Hello, welcome to another episode of Set Musings, where for this particular iteration, I suppose, of the series, we're going through and looking at some of the master sets in paper. So I'm trying to cluster these together in sort of terms of similar type, but that does mean I jump backwards and forwards a little bit. So we're going to take a look today at Iconic Masters, which, is under the Masters banner, compilation set, released on November the 17th, 2017. As I'm chatting away here, I'm just going to scroll through the set overall, just so you can sort of get this top-down aesthetic feeling of the set. Designed to be drafted. Okay, so bearing that in mind, you have these sets which obviously have to tick several boxes. So it's one way. So compilation sets are one way of enriching the eternal secondary market. So cards that can be played in eternal formats. So it's one way to get maybe powerful cards that they don't want in standard into the player's hands. But of course the other thing is, with these, there's got to be some way, some format that you can play them in out of the box, when you open them, whatever. So of course the set is designed to be drafted, but what you're seeing with these, and what makes it particularly tricky sometimes, I suppose, is that you've got cards in here which were never been designed originally to be drafted together. So what you're doing there with 100% reprint, I suppose, is you're sculpting the cards a bit like you might sculpt and decide what card you want to put in a cube. So similar approach, I suppose. But unlike Modern Masters or Eternal Masters, it wasn't really geared to any specific format. And I think after the fact, they admitted that the name was somewhat misleading because it doesn't really... there's some really iconic cards which they could have included, but they didn't. So there was quite a large slab of disappointment when it was released. I only ever bought 3 packs of this. I checked, actually. I did do a video, and I'll remember to include a link to that. I did open 3 packs of this stuff. So yeah. This was connected to the 25th anniversary. It was actually the second Masters series to be released in 2017. So the breakdown in terms of what was in a booster. So the booster box contained 24 booster packs. There was 15 randomly inserted game cards, 1 premium card. And the 16th card was a marketing card in there. So yeah. The actual rarity breakdown, so 249 cards, 101 commons, 80 uncommons, 53 rares, 15 mythic rares. Things we're looking out for here. There was a tribal theme and mechanic generally in the set, but specific keywords, abilities, landfall, outlast, rebounds, renown, storm, suspend, unleash, because of the nature of the fact that it's cards from all over the place potentially, then the plane it's just multiversal. You'll notice there's a number of multicolored cards here. So what we're going to do, as always, when we slice and dice this, I'm going to look at within the colours, the rarity slices, and at that level we'll look at it on a curve. So we're going to be looking out for what things bubble up at the different rarities in the different colours, but I also will include, if it's relevant, if they're actually there, any cycles. And already you may well have been able to spot certain cycles that are going to be in here. I've also, with this, you can see, made sure that when I searched through, I did include the actual printing that was set appropriate, because with some of these, obviously they are reprints, so there's going to be at least one set that they've been in. I'm trying to think at this point whether there's anything else I want to add to this. I'm not sure. I mean, I think the thing here, because there was always that something they did for that slot, but for this one, that one premium slot, which I'm assuming there's no basic lands again, well, we'll see anyway. That was you always got premium cards, you always got a foil, which again gave them an excuse to jack the price up. And no doubt we'll see archetype stuff, and I'm assuming again, assumption here, there's for this, this is, they were starting to, with these masters, they were also starting to have indicator cards for draft archetypes, which will form a cycle, no doubt. So let's have a look. Interesting to see as well when the two colour stuff's going to bubble up, whether there are any at common. So, interesting one drops. It'll be interesting to see with such a mixed set that wasn't format specific, beyond the fact that you could actually draft with it, what they choose to go with as well. Because it's probably pretty open in terms of what they can gravitate towards. So I already, what I'm seeing, soldiers. We've also got Outlast in here as well. It's coming through at common. So that was a thing. Outlast 1 and a white. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Outlast only as a sorcery. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has first strike. Okay. So what have we got? Protection from... There's a lockdown here as well in white. Do we have any actual low... So we've got tap down. I'm looking for low common, see if we've got any like low CMC removal. I mean, we have tap down and lock, like a defender type. Not a defender. Pacifism-ish. Pacifism-ish, but just by giving it defender. So half pacifism. Destroy target artifact. So there's our disenchant. Okay. What else? Prowess. I'm just trying to think how widespread was that. I don't think that much, was it? And definitely Outlast. So we're seeing Outlast in white. We're seeing a bit of prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1. So yeah, both of those play to +1/+1, but in different ways. One's till end of turn. One is, as long as it by putting counters on it. Okay. Again, we've got some protection here at a lower rarity. Bit of flying. Oh, it's got renown. Okay. Plus more +1/+1 counters. Right. Life gain. Life gain. Was it toughness pump? Angel of the Mercy is in here as well. So we've got life gain angel. And exile on... Oh, so we do have a... Okay, so we have a 4 and a white exile creature or enchantment card at sorcery speed at common. Okay. Right, Kiskin Wizard with protection from red. So here's where our two colour stuff's coming in at common. So we've got Zoris Charm, Lightning Helix, Viscopa Guild Mage. Wasn't that in another set? Another master set. So more Outlast, more Renown. We got a bit of modal stuff. Okay. Removal. Okay. +1/+1 counters. Life gain. Rebound here. Okay, so there's life gain going on in white, there's counters going on in white, and there's pump. We've got this, which is a life link, and I don't know which of these might be the draft indicators. So normally the draft indicators are uncommon. If there's only like one full, cycle of 10 for all the colour combination, the two colour combinations. So this might give us a bit of a clue, I suppose. Lightning Helix, do you reckon there's going to be a like red, white aggro type of thing? We'll see. Wonder if they're going to play around with tokens. Okay, yeah. There's life gain here somewhere. So what that's either going to be what that normally gravitates around, what white black for the life exchange, or possibly green white, but we'll see. But yeah, Knight of the Reliquaries in here. So this is, by the way, this is rares and mythics now. So you've got quite a few cards here with protection from different colours. Yeah, so there is a life gain archetype here, you can see it. I've got some landfall. Supreme Verdict's in here. And you probably notice there's been several flyers, so it's difficult to imagine a set which wouldn't have some sort of white, blue flyers, whatever they call it, skies, don't they, I think. Oh yeah, look, white, yeah, so uses in here. We've got Command, Fire Main Angel. I wonder if it'll be like one of the other sets where we've only got a few of the commands. Alice Grand Cenobites in here. Interesting when we get to the legendary creature slice as well, that we do it towards the end. Okay, so some pretty powerful mythics, and we'll also be looking at some mythics as well. Right, moving on to blue. So how's blue doing? How's blue doing removal? So we've got Diminish, got stuff that cares about graveyards. Thought Scour's in here, so this is all common stuff. We've got Mana Leak, Shriek Geist. Are we seeing many flyers that are common in blue? We do have a Phantom Monster, but there's nothing low, is there? Oh, Jace's Phantasm. Okay. It's Prowess. Demonic Wall. Defender. And River Wheel Aerialist also has Prowess, so +1/+1. But I got a feeling, because we're not seeing other +1/+1, some of the other things we saw, like Outlast, it must be being sort of that theme, that limited archetypes probably being reserved for some other white combination, I suspect. But we do have Prowess. So it's partially there. So Prowess is, yeah, +1/+1 until end of turn. So there's no counter synergy as such. +1/+1 counters. So there's Azorius Charm again. Got Fog Bank in here. So a nice way of sort of gumming up the works in a flying skies deck where you've got your lower mana tempo plays and counterspell stuff before you start to get your flyers out. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think rather predictably there's going to be some sort of blue-red cares about spells deck. Oh, Blizzard Spectre. What do we have? Discard, and bounce on the Spectre. Cephalid. Just played two cards. So we got full on looting. It's card draw, green, blue. I'm seeing a lot of defenders. I think there must be some sort of blue defender deck in here. Oh, this is creating flying tokens in blue. More flying, some flash, right. Okay, let's look at our rares and mythics in blue. So we have Ancestral Vision in here and Flutterstorm. Glimpse the Unthinkable, so blue-black, top 10 cards. So there's some mill here, but I don't know. It would be unusual. I don't know if I've ever seen a set where they've had mill as actually one of the full-on two-colour archetypes. So, but there might be something that this is working in conjunction with. Maybe it's layered up. I think it is actually. I think the blue-black in this set might tick a lot of boxes. Okay, yeah, we know what Blue Red's trying to do, don't we? Okay, we got Flash. Yeah, here we go. We got Consecrated Sphinx. You redraw 2 cards. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of tempo here. Okay, blue-red. Green-blue with Shroud and Flying. Another Sphinx. And we've got Jin Cataxis. Core. Yeah, I wonder if the Praetors are in here then. So, before we move on to black, yeah, white, blue, Tempo Skies, I think they called it, yeah. Stroke Prowess. White, blue, Tempo Skies, Stroke Prowess. So, that tells us that the counters are somewhere else, the Outlast business that's in there. So yeah, right. But again, yeah, like as I've said, the limited archetype thing is advisements, so take it under advice. And you could play monocolored stuff. I don't know if I was getting any vibe off of blue at all. I mean, in white, there's a white weenie deck in there. Blue, I'm not so sure. Would you want to just play some sort of mono blue control? Yeah. Okay, moving on to black. What have we got at common? So, Duress. Festering Newt. Does that mean we've got that weird combo thing? Let's keep an eye open for that then. So we're looking out for what? Festering Newt, Bogbrew Witch, and then there was a Cauldron, wasn't there, I think, that went with that. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. Child of Night with Lifelink. Okay, so yeah, we should keep an eye open if we think that there might be some sort of white black life gains, then definitely keep an eye open for a life link. Here's our destruction. We've got death touch and unleash. +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see with white black what that plays to. So either two things are going to happen. If white black isn't life gain, then counters. But it could be that black in combination with something else is counters, and white in combination with something else is also counters, which then often opens up us to have 3 colour counters as well. So white of precinct 6, +1/+1 for each creature card in your opponent's graveyard. So yeah, we've got things caring about the graveyard. But I think black-green might go in a slightly different direction. Wrench mine. So yeah, okay, discard. We're seeing it common here. Here's unleash again. Phyrexian Rage is in here. So something to do with your life gain. Flying. We got destroy on ETB, but creatures with power 1 or less. Grisly Spectacle. Another removal spell, and Rock Feast Maggot. Interesting. Look at that. Okay. Oh, Doomblade's in here, an uncommon, Tavern Swindler. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Stuff to do with your life gain. We've seen Viscopper, Guild Mage. So I suspect that's probably the archetype indicator card. Bladewing's Thrall. Oh yes. Yep. We'll no doubt get onto that in a moment, where that fits in. You may have spotted already if you've seen some of the other cards. There was a card I think in here which was anyway. We will see. There's a Spectre, Bogbrew Witch. Oh yeah, here we go. Bubbling Cauldron. Okay, so we've got that little combo. Corpse Jack Menace, doing counters in black-green. We got Outlast in black, interestingly enough. We're seeing quite a bit of discard, aren't we? I wonder how that's being leveraged in the other colours that black could team up with. Noxus Dragon and Bladewing the Risen. Zombie Dragon. Okay, Thoughtseize. Funnily enough, we've been talking about this a lot in the Deck Musings episodes. Bloodghast is in here, yeah, more caring about life. Glimpse the Unthinkable. You see Necropotence is in here. So we could do a Necro deck, I suppose. Oh. Abyssal Persecutor. Blood Baron of Viscopper. Life Gain. Obnixilis is in here. Spirit Monger. That counters, yep. Kakushu. Yep, Life Exchange. We've got Lord of the Pit. It's a good one to do in a deck where you've cranked up some life. Runescarred Demon, so we have some demons around, and we've got Shieldred. So I wonder if there's a quite aggressive mono black deck in here, where you're against the clock maybe as well. Okay, so what does this tell us? So we saw that white blue was a Tempo Skies stroke prowess limited archetype mechanic. So blue black. Yeah, there was this mid-range skies stroke control stroke mill deck in blue black going on. So sort of all that wedged together. White black. Well, yeah, that's the life gain deck. Oh yeah, white black. So red. Hammer hand. Here's our X red spell. Instant speed. X damage to target creature, although it doesn't do player. Pillar of flame in here. So some pretty aggressive red stuff. Yeah. Draconic roar. Again, we're seeing some dragon things and dragon tokens. Look, you see. But alongside, we're in common as well, so some pretty aggressive cards here. We've got card draw in red, dragon egg, mark of mutiny, so way of stealing stuff in red. Splattering thug, which has first strike and unleash. Trumpet blast, yeah. Attacking creatures get +2/+0. I think we know what direction red's going in here, which is no surprise. It's got suspend 4 on it. Also keep an eye open, we've got some defender stuff here. Right, another X-red spell, so moving on to uncommon, coordinated assault, fireball, monastery swift spear, prowess on it, dragon tempest, yeah, lightning helix, which we already saw previously, electrolyze, we've seen. So clearly there's a blue-red spell deck kicking around in the format. Gutter snipe. You can see tying to instants and sorceries. We've got good old prodigal pyromancer. Tap to deal 1 damage. Rift bolts in here. Stagger shocks in here. Roshin meanderer. So this is interesting. 3 red green for 4/4, but it adds 4 colourless to your mana pool, and you can spend this mana only on costs that contain X. So I mean, works well with cards like this, but beyond that, you know, if you're sticking it in a well, either or, I mean, you know, either red or green or both, red green, then you have to beware that, yep, it's only going to do your colourless mana, but great for, you know, and yeah, great for X spells. So make a note of where all your X spells are. Blade Wing the Risen, which we've seen. Hoarding dragons. So we're seeing quite a few dragons here. So it'd be interesting to see the colour that, you know, comes out in. We've got Savage Born Hydra. +1/+1 counters. So, you know, they're always quite a good indicator when you've got Hydras, and if they're in multiple colours, like where stuff might be residing. Notice there's an X spell as well. So, and you need to ask yourself, have we seen yet? So keep your eye out. We've seen one card, which is pretty important. Let's see if we can spot the corresponding card in green. Okay. So Anger of the Gods, Magus of the Moon, wow, Crucible of Fire. This is pretty aggressive red. Hypersonic Dragon, Kiki Jiki, Scourge of Valkyries, Thundermite Hellkite, Arabrask, another Praetor, so yeah, clearly there must be a cycle of Praetors in here. Firemane Angel is in here. Yeah, red-white's looking pretty aggressive. Black-red. Seeky Falling Stars. That seems to be, isn't it, where all of our dragons are. Okay, so in addition to what we've already spoken about, what has red given us? So black-red is, yeah, dragons. So there's a dragon archetype in here, black-red. We'll get to red-green in a moment once we look through our green. Yeah, blue-red, spell aggro, they were calling it. So yeah, you can see we've got very aggressive red, lots of spells in blue, lots of spells in red. Yeah, go for it. Electrolyzers in there. And then there's a red-white aggro go wide deck. We saw the lightning helix, but you know, you've got a feel already that we have a number of very aggressive cards in red, and stuff you can get out pretty quickly in white, and the ability to generate tokens as well, like go wide, yeah, as they refer to it. So green at common, Ivy Elemental, counters, Defender again, life gain, interestingly enough. Although I think I said the life gain is in the white-black, isn't it? But we'll see if there's any other. Again, you know, you could do 3-colour here. I don't know if there's any tricolour stuff or not. You know, specifically like rare, you know, rare legends or anything like that. Rebound, Timberland Guide. Yeah, more Defender. So Defender's turning up in green. And we've seen some blue Defender as well. I'm seeing lots. I mean, it's not unusual to see life gain in green. So yeah, do what you will with it. I was curious to see when we're going to see our ramp. Okay, we got Dusker one, which is this 7/7 vanilla. Yeah, vanilla creature, 5 and 2 green. Greater Basilisk with Death Touch. +1/+1 counters. Anybody that drafted it at this time, was this a really fast format? And when I mean fast format, was it fast like Zendikar? Yeah, I never drafted it. Like I said, I think I just opened 3 boosters and that was about it on camera. Assault formation, another defender card, so I think we know what's happening in green for one of the colour combinations. Chronicler of Heroes, +1/+1 counters, green-white. Yeah. More, oh, look, there's counters all over the place here. An uncommon, there's Rosine again. Jungle Barrier, which we saw, Defender. We've got an Enlarge, +7/+7. Hunting Pack, which does tokens. Hero's Bane. And we got X, put X +1/+1 counters, but it's not an X spell because it's scaling off the power. Okay, what do we see? So yeah, here's Channel. Okay. Genesis Hydra, another X spell. Lotus Cobra is in here. So these are all the rares and mythics in green. Savageborn Hydra. All of the 2-colour stuff we will have seen already, because they've been all throughout the other colours. As you saw, Knight of the Reliquaries in here. Obstinate Baloth. Life Gain, Spiritmonger, Trusine. You can get the Rising Star. We've seen all of these now. Oh, Primeval Titan. Rampaging Baloth, Simic Sky Swallower, and Virinclex, Voice of Hunger. So that's all of the Praetors, isn't it? Okay, so green has given us what? So red-green ramp, stroke X spells, stroke channel fireball, because there was a channel fireball combo in here. Green-white, +1/+1 counters. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. I think fairly early on. Black-green is also +1/+1 counters. Yeah. And green-blue is defenders. So going through the whole list, white-blue, Tempo Skies, Prowess, blue-black, mid-range Skies, Control, Mill, black-red, Dragons, red-green is Ramp, stroke X-Spell, stroke Channel Fireball combo, green-white, +1/+1 counters, white-black, Life Gain, blue, red, spell aggro. Black, green, +1/+1 counters again. Red, white, aggro go wide, and green, blue, defenders. Now again, this is just going through the sort of, I don't know what you call it, the recommended limited archetypes, but yeah, I mean, obviously you can break out of that. It might feel like, you know, either the green-white deck or the black-green +1/+1 counters deck have got something else going on as well beyond that. Because with that, I mean, green-white black would be pretty, you know, with it being both, like, you know, 3-colour green-white black will be pretty strong +1/+1 counters deck if you could get the fixing right, but then we're playing green, so yeah. Okay, so cards which have no colour in the casting cost are Darksteel Axe, Guardian Idol, Mannequin, Mindstone, Ruined Servitor, Star Compass, Moonglow Extract, and Scion of Ugin, which you probably noticed when we scrolled through the set as a whole. So we've got this flying 4/4, 6 to cast Dragon Spirit. We've got a few ways here of fixing for mana. So, you know, regardless of what colour you play, you might find a way of dealing with mana fixing. There is another way to do it as well, which we'll see in a moment. Yeah, so but it's not, if you look, I think it's the only one, all the others are just colourless mana, so they don't really fix. Yeah, okay, let's see what else we've got at the higher rarities. So we've got Mixture's Bauble. Here's the Bubbling Cauldron, which is the rest of that 3-piece combo. So we do have a monument in here for black, red and dragon. So that's that black, red dragon, but we don't, looks like we don't have the whole thing. But you can see there's another dragon one. So yeah, no, isn't it interesting that all of our mana rocks, or not all of them, but most of them are providing colourless mana, which is really helpful in that X-Spell deck. So yeah, we've got Thran Dynamo as well. Wow. Okay, high rarity. Ether Vial, Oblivion Stone and Serum Powder. Yeah, there's a lot of colourless mana being generated in this set. Okay, so moving on to the cycles. We'll go back to a few other things as well, but I wanted to get these out of the way while the colours are sort of fresh in our mind. So yeah, all 5 of those Praetors. And if you're curious, I don't know if it will list them here. Yep, so they would be what, originally from, let's do this, maybe it's easier if I do this. There you go. So they're the new Phyrexian ones. I'm sure you're aware of these if you played in this period. Okay, yep. So we've got the Dragon Spirits. There is this one as well. So we've got all of the 5 colour, all 5 colours plus the colourless one. Was that specifically? That was from Dragons of Tarkir. Okay, that was from Dragons of Tarkir. Whereas these you might recognise from Champions. Okay, we had these weird Future Sight dual lands in here, I think. Did I get this right? Or was it part of it or all of it? I didn't quite fix that, did I? Let me just lock it into the set, see, because I know there's something a little bit weird going on here. So there we go, that's better. Yeah, so you'll probably notice that, yep, the cycles from Future Sight originally, but they've all got slightly different structure to them. So we got black, red, let me just put this in colour order, sometimes it's a bit easier to spot there. So white, blue, blue, black, black, red, red, green, green, white. So they are allied colours, but the way they achieve the two colours, each does it in its own way. And I'm sure if I do this right, we can see what they look like originally. So yeah, here you go. So yeah, they all cropped up here again. And then in addition, so those, let me just see if I can get back. So yeah, they're all rare, but we do get these, but these are uncommon. So they printed these at uncommon, and also they are the original Ravnica bounce lands. So in Ravnica, I think, what were they? See, they were at common, but they were spread out across the three sets in that 4-2-4-3-3 configuration, based on what was going to be in each of the sets in terms of the two colour guilds. So here we've got all 10, but they are at uncommon. So yeah, enter the battlefield tapped. When they enter a battlefield, you have to return a land you control to its owner's hand. It can be any land. And you tap it to add both two colours simultaneously. So with this, a good thing is, well, it doesn't, like some cards you might see that do this bouncing business. Sometimes might say, oh, the land has to be untapped, you know, but this doesn't care. So obviously you time this, so you've, you know, used up or leveraged mana on the land that you're bouncing. It'd be interesting to see if we got any lands here that might benefit from that. I'm not sure. Yeah, here's our drive signpost stuff. So Azorius Charm, plain. So yeah, Tempo Skies, Prowess, mid-range Skies, Control. Oh no, wrong way around. Sorry. Let me do it this way. That's better. Okay. Sorry, I'll do that again. Tempo Skies, Prowess, White, Blue, Blue Blacks, which is Blizz Spectre, is the mid-range Skies, Control, Stroke Mill, Bladewing the Risen. So that's our Dragon ones. Dragon 1, the black, red, Roshan Meanderer. So that was the red-green, Ramp, Expels, Channel, Fireball, Gombo. Chronicler of Heroes, which is green-white, +1/+1 counters. Viscopa Guild Mage was the life gain, you know, life link thing. Electrolyze was the spell aggro. Corpsejack Menace also counters. Aggro go wide, and then defenders. Okay. Other two colour cards. So I don't think we've got any beyond that, have we? Just check the rules text in case they've added in a third colour. No. So this is all the two colour stuff that is not a land and isn't part of the draft signpost cycle. So yeah, so Supreme Verdict, Glimpse the Unthinkable, Malga 4, so we've got white, blue, blue, black, black, red, red, green, green, white, white, black, blue, red, black, green, red, white, in white, and Caligan Monument. So I'm trying to work out, does that mean we've got one of each colour at rare except for this one? Maybe. So I'm just green, white, white, black. So that would then be black, green. I wonder why that's out of order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh no. That is, yeah, sorry, it's all right. That is right, isn't it? Because it's white, then blue. Yeah, okay. Phew. Yeah. So they do overlap with that. I don't know if they do the specific thing of the set. I mean, this does, or the archetype, but this is, this, if you remember, green, blue was defender, wasn't it? This has got shroud and is not a defender. Has flying trample. The dragon one was black red, which is, this is okay. Anyway. Right, other lands. So Evolving Wilds, Radiant Fountain. Yeah, so you can do some shenanigans with this and your bounce lands, because this, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. So you could bounce it back to your hand, get some life gain if you wanted to do that. And Shimmering Grotto is that filter land, which there's a few functional reprints of this and different ways of executing it. But this one, it will tap for colourless mana. It doesn't come into play tap, which is good, but what you can use it to do is take 1 mana, 1 colour, including colourless, and turn it into a mana of another colour with no restrictions. But there are Evolving Wilds, and all of these are at common as well. So interesting how they're doing fixing a common in this set, actually, considering our dual lands are uncommon. Okay, legendaries. So we got 3 in white. Avacyn, Elish Norn, Yoshi. 3 in blue. And notice as well, we've seen 2 of the cycles of these already. 4 in black. 3 in red. Just 2 in green. So we've only got the Praetor and the Praetor cycle and the Dragon Spirit cycle. And then we have these as well. So we've got the black-red one, another black-red one, and Roshin, which is red-green, but it's hybrid mana. So yeah, interesting how that's sort of splits out there. So yeah, we've got 4 in black. So in white, this would be the additional one beyond the Praetor and the Dragon Spirit. In blue, it would be Teferi. Got it right this week, Teferi. We've seen quite a bit, haven't we? This one would be both Knight of Soul's Betrayal and Ob Nixilis. With the red, it's Kiki Jiki, and then the rest of these 2 colour ones. But nothing extra in green. Okay, mythics, 15 mythics. So 4 in white. There are mythics, and of course we've seen all of these already in different slicing and dicing, but it's nice to see where the mythics are. 3 in blue, 3 in black, 3 in red, and 3 in green. So no one gets any special privileges in terms of mythics in any colour. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Knock yourself out, build a necro deck. Or not. Right. Price. So, Mana Drain, most expensive card, banned in Legacy, banned in Historic. Yeah, $52. Archangel of Thune, we're down to 35. Avacyn, 35. Flusterstorm is in here. It's 27. Consecrated Sphinx, originally from Mirrodin Besieged. Interesting artwork. 23. Kakusho. 22. Seer Ascendant. It's an interesting card. There it is from M11. Yeah. 20. Mind Crank. Oh yeah. That was from New Phyrexia, wasn't it? Forgot about that card. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player puts that many cards from the top to his or her graveyard. Okay. So there's a mill archetype, but that would be interesting. Well, yeah, because of course the life loss was in black, wasn't it? So yeah. I'm just trying to work out, would you want that in your white-black deck as well, maybe? Why not? No hand, no land, no library. No nothing. No fun. Yeah, no. I think, didn't I call that before? Yeah. I'm going to build a no fun deck. No hand, no land, no library. No graveyard. Yeah. No fun. For you, no fun. $12. 11. Thoughtseize is in here. Oh, Magus of the Moon. Future Sight. Auric Champion, originally from Fifth Dawn. Remember that card? Good old Kiki Jiki from Champions. Oh, I do like this artwork. Yeah. Nice. What else we got? Modern Masters. It was from the vaults. Okay. And Obnixlis from Zendikar. So yeah, well below the $10 watermark here. Okay, in terms of EDH rec ranking across all the decks, we have Short Swords. No surprise, Evolving Wilds. Yeah, so with these compilation sets, yeah, you're going to see the usual suspects bubbling up: Mind Stone, Mana Drain, Windfall, Austere Command, Nature's Claim, Thran Dynamo. Nice. Dimir Aqueduct. Oh, so of course, yeah, now we're going to see the bounce lands, aren't we? Yeah. So a cluster of bounce lands. All those. And Lotus Cobra. Okay. I didn't even register that was in the deck. So there's a little bit of landfall going on in here as well. But not much. Okay. Legendary creatures. Yeah, so I've just sliced out this. As I always say, of course, this is EDH rec ranking. The decks overall, not necessarily these are more popular commanders than others. These are just in more decks than versus other decks. So yeah, Elish Norn, pretty interesting. Easy if you have it to just stick it in a white deck. Shieldred, Kiki-Jiki, Avacyn, Arabrask, so you can see the Praetors are sort of bubbling up. Jin-Gataxis, Vorinclex, that always sounds like a bathroom cleaner to me. Just sounds like one of those sort of scrubs that you put on your bathroom or on for cleaning up your cooker. Kakusho, Bladewing, Risen, good old Obnixlis. I always felt there was an awful lot of variants of Obnixlis in different guises, both in terms of legendaries and legendary creatures and planeswalkers. Teferi, I got it twice right here. Giga, the Tide Star. Yoshi, who's bringing up the bat here? Kugan, and Roshin, the Meanderer. Oh no, Malfagor, which I'm sure we featured in some. I seem to remember this might have been in an episode of Commander Fodder or something similar. Commander Durdle, maybe, I don't know. Oh, there's the original from Conflux. If I have a copy of that. Okay, there we go. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I can't think of anything else I really want to slice and dice through. Interesting set. I don't know how much personally I really engaged with it at the time. I mean, like I said, I only opened 3 packs. With the master sets generally, I don't think I really explored them that much. But interesting to look at nonetheless, and interesting, like I said, if anybody has experience of drafting this, paper or online, I don't remember drafting this online. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you got on. Was it a super fast format? Was it just because of the way the stuff seems to, was there a bias towards, I don't know, red green aggro, maybe drafting that, or was there a monocolor deck in here that maybe bubbled up just because of the way they sort of put in certain things in certain colors? Particularly what we've got. What was the counters one? So was there ever a mono green? Yeah, I don't know, mono green counters. I just keep looking at it and going, well, there's going to be some interesting like green, white, like 3 colour green decks, I reckon. Maybe, like green, white, black, green, white, red. Yeah. So yeah, were there any 3 colour combinations that people tried to draft? Was there what happened with the Defender stuff? And particularly, was there like a 5 colour magical Christmas land type thing? So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in some future episode.